there. How's everybody doing? So I see there's a couple people here. If you can hear me, would you type something and let me know? Hey, Stivers Homestead. Okay. I think that fixed it. I think I'd accidentally clicked on the mute button. My bad. Oh, good, good, good. So, how's everybody doing tonight? There's a few of us in here watching. So, if you caught my post on the small YouTube homesteaders page, this is no real topic. This is just me trying to one figure out live stream, making sure I've got it down pat, and just seeing who's out here on a Saturday night. Um, as a couple of you guys know who watch VW Family Farms, I'm going to be bringing a live stream up here in the next week or two of all the fun stuff that there is to do here in Arkansas. So if you're coming to the Shindig, you're going to want to be on the lookout for that. I've been talking to Kira about that too. So we may get together and do that together. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how that plays out. But for those of you that are coming to the Shindig, there's lots of fun stuff to do in the area, especially if you're coming to make this a trip. And maybe I know a lot of people homeschool. There is so much to do here if you want to turn your Shindig Saturday into a full weekend trip and do educational stuff with the kiddos. Um, it is very hard to keep up with comments in this. I'm learning that very quickly. Oh, more snow. Sorry. Um, it is not snowing here, thank goodness. It is cold though. Oh, okay, Stivers, y'all booked your hotel at the Best Western. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. 4 inches, Kira. Yikes, that's terrible. We are supposedly getting more rain on the way here in central Arkansas, but no snow that's in the forecast yet, unless the weatherman's telling a fib. So he lives across the street. So if he does, I know where he's at and I'll go get him. Sarah and SoPro, yeah, we're in central Arkansas, so cold here is like 30s, 40s. I mean, we'll get in the teens, but that's plenty cold enough here. The people up in the white north, I don't know how you do it. I was not built for that. I was born and raised in South Carolina, and I've stayed in the Zone 7 field my whole life. So I've lived in Tennessee, Mississippi, and now in Arkansas. So I don't do the cold. Crystal, yes. I'm absolutely tired of rain. I've been wanting to shoot a late February, March garden tour, um, just to kind of keep track, show the paces of where everything is right now. But dadgum, it has been raining so much here that I cannot get out there really on a good pretty day to catch everything. And I still got some garden cleanup work to do before I really want to film. I don't want to air all my dirty laundry out there. So, but hopefully that's coming. So my video I posted today was of the Arkansas Flower and Garden Show. If you haven't had a chance to look that out, and if you're bored, check it out. If you guys are not going to flower and garden shows, I really recommend it. They're interesting. There's lots of good information. Um, Even if you don't do the whole bunch of flower gardening like I do, I do a mixed garden. If you're familiar with my channel much, which hopefully if you're here, you kind of are, but you may not be. That's okay. But I do a mixed garden. It's a potager garden. So I do vegetables interplanted with flowers and all that stuff. But the flower and garden shows are not just for flower gardeners. It's not the Rose Club. So there are vegetable people there, there are chicken people there, all sorts of stuff. Beekeepers, lots of good information at your garden shows. So get out to those. I'm longing for spring. My plant collection is growing. My wife is being very patient with me at the moment. Um, I've got if you've seen my videos, I've already started tomatoes and peppers, and I've got some other things going, and I've been buying a few things here and there. So the kitchen floor, the where we are, our table area is getting very full with plant life. I've got stuff wintering over in the shed, and I've got stuff tucked on the back porch, just waiting for that spring weather to get out there and start planting. Clueless homesteaders, hey guys, welcome. Ooh, Mary's organic. That's a great goal. So there's several things out there that the deer don't like. One good tip for those of you that are here, if you have deer and rabbit problems or both or one or the other, one of the things that's a great tip that I have learned, rotation is the key to your deterrence because deer and rabbits will both kind of get accustomed to whatever deterrent you're trying to use for them. So you have to rotate that stuff. So if you put out some like Irish soap sprinkles 1 month, next month maybe put out some hair. I don't know if that grosses you out or not, but next time you go to the barber, instead of having them sweep the hair up into the trash, sweep it up in a sack for you to take home, because it just puts your smell over the garden. And there's several other things out there that you can get too, but rotation is the key to keeping those animals on a different scent track that deters them from your yard. So hopefully that helps you, Mary. Oh, Sarah. Yes, ma'am. I've got 400 tulips planted in the yard, and the squirrels. But you know what? I sprinkle cayenne pepper on my flower beds as a deterrent for them. Hopefully that'll keep working. If you have another deterrent though that you've discovered, let me know. Squirrels are the ultimate jerks. And sadly enough, they're not even that tasty to me. Y'all may like them. I don't find them that tasty. So they're just a complete nuisance. Kira, yes, I lost every one of my sunflowers last year to the squirrels. Um, I was kind of okay with it because they left everything else alone. So I didn't have squirrels or anything eating my tomatoes or anything like that. They were happy on those sunflowers though. Oh, that's a good thought. Hot sauce right on the tulip, Sarah. I like that. Ooh, I can't help you with skunks. But you know who can is Al Lumna over at Lumna Acres. He's got a great remedy for skunks. You can go watch that channel, and he'll learn to teach you a few things about skunk control. Oh yeah, Kira, I love that. I am actually doing more sunflowers this year too. Um, I got the mammoth sunflower seeds from Baker Creek, so I'm going to be planting those big, huge ones this year, in addition to the regular ones that I've been planting, just in the hopes that I'll have enough to feed the squirrels and myself. And my kids like to watch them grow, and it's one of those things. Even my kids are a little bit older, but we still like going out there every day and seeing how different things are changing and growing. So, and I'm also sprinkling them around. So I'm going to try to do, because last year I did my sunflowers all in one patch. So I'm going to try to move those around a little bit and put them in several different places, just to make the garden a little more pretty and to kind of deter the squirrels from getting on everything right at once. Oh, so you've got the mammoth too. That's awesome. So I know Kira's coming to the shindig and the Stivers are coming. Is anybody else in here going to be able to make it to that? Kira, if you're looking for something to plant on a chain link fence to give you privacy, black eyed Susan vines and grapevine hyacinth or hyacinth bean. The hyacinth beans you can get at Baker Creek. Both of those will take over. They will completely fill a chain link fence in, but they're annuals. So in the wintertime, they will die back, but that's kind of a good thing. That way you can keep the fence maintained easier from year to year, but they grow so fast that they will fill you in and give you good privacy, and they're super pretty. Oh, Mary, I wish you could come too. That would be fun. A table full of woods. Welcome. I hope the internet holds out too, because I'm having fun so far on my first live. Yes, urban lots are a challenge sometimes. So for those of you who aren't very familiar with my channel, maybe or Everyday Kira, we both are suburbans gardeners. So we're doing everything on regular suburban lots. And I know for me in my yard, every square inch is up for grabs. My front yard, I try to maintain um, as just a nice suburban yard. Obviously, I've got stuff spilled out over there, and I do a lot of stuff in the front flower beds. But the backyard, I've got raised beds and everything going. It's awesome. Garvin Gardens. Hey there, how are y'all? Oh, sorry, Kier. Urban. Awesome. You were suburban in Arkansas. Yeah. There's not much urban in Arkansas. I mean, there's just not. Very rural state. Even, I mean, there's some urban stuff in Little Rock and probably some in like the Fayetteville area. But outside of that, I mean, it's pretty just normal suburban cookie cutter neighborhoods in places or open country, farmland. You know, we're dreaming about getting a bigger place while we make use of everything that we have here. I would love to do more. I grew up on a homestead. My family still has a homestead. Some of my wife's family have homesteads. I've got a sister-in-law that and brother-in-law that do a big commercial chicken farm. Um, so we keep our eye open. If the right property comes along, um, we both work full time, so we have to find property that is within a reasonable drive to our job. So that makes it hard. Garvin Garden, South Carolina. Awesome. What part? That's where I'm from. I grew up in Greenville, so I am very familiar with South Carolina. Clueless homesteaders, yes. Pumpkins will need sun. And the other thing with pumpkins is you're going to want to plant um, obviously a couple. I mean, several. With me here, I don't have very much room for pumpkins, but I still try to plant 3 or 4 different vines just for that pollination factor. But yeah, they need a good bit of sun. Hey, she moved mountains. How are you doing? Oh, Nessie's live from Tennessee. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everybody that's joining us. I drive to. Wow, clueless homesteader. That's commitment right there. Garden for cheap. Hey, hey, how are y'all? Oh, Garvin, look at you. You're in Pickens. I went to Clemson, so that's where my horticulture degree is from Clemson. So Pickens, I know it well because it's right there next to Greenville and Clemson, so it's all right there. Twin Cedar Farms, welcome in. Oh, y'all are in Pickens too. That's fun. So yeah, my family actually lives in Pelzer. I mean, I say Greenville because I mean it's Greenville County, but we live on the Greenville side of Pelzer, not the Anderson side. And my family still has a homestead there, Angus beef cattle, some chickens. We've done other stuff in the past. We had goats for a while, but right now it's just chickens and Angus beef cattle. So that's what I'm used to doing. Big garden every year. Mary's, yeah, Mary. We do deal with the squash vine borers. Um, they're they're a real deal thing, right? You got to watch out for them. As soon as you see that little hole form at the base of your plant with the little black poop pellets, you got to start treating because if you don't, your plant is a goner very quickly. All right, Sarah, we'll see you. Have a good night. Oh, congratulations, Twin Cedar Farms. That's awesome. Yeah, I can imagine. I see clueless homesteaders saying that it is taxing to be that far out, but worth it. I can see that. So the little farm I grew up in South Carolina that I was just talking about, it's not that far out as y'all, but it was about 30 minutes into town to the biggest town around us. So and I mean that was to the grocery store. So I know a few people have joined in here in the past few minutes. So y'all feel free to have conversations. Obviously, that's what this is all about. There is no real topic to this tonight. I wanted to do this just because one, I've never gone live before, so this is a good test for me on a Saturday night where we can all just kind of have fun and chit chat. But I wanted to figure it all out now in a low stress environment because if you are on the VW Family Farms page, if you follow them, it was mentioned last night, but I am going to be going live here in the next week or two to give you guys the rundown of the Central Arkansas area. So for those of you that are coming to the Shindig, because I know a lot of people are driving in for so far away, and you don't live right here in the Central Arkansas area, so there's a lot of stuff to do here in the area. I know some of you people homeschool your kids, and so there's a lot of good things to do here. You can turn this into a good family weekend and go see other fun stuff outside of the Shindig, which is just that 1 day event. So, because if you're coming all this way for Saturday, I know a lot of people are coming in Thursday or Friday and not leaving until Sunday or Monday, whenever your reservations are for. So, I'm going to be giving you guys the rundown of everything that I would recommend to do here in the next week or two. Yes, Kira, I am using my laptop to go live. I figured it would be a lot easier than a phone. Oh, Clueless Homesteader, that's fun. Hey, you're near a lake though, so that's got to be fun for days off of the homestead. When you want to go and relax and fish or something, that's great. Yes, and for those of you that don't know, Kira is from the Central Arkansas area as well. So there is lots of fun stuff to do here. We're one of the smaller states, but there's a lot to do. And if you are a nature lover, I'm here to tell you, Arkansas. I mean, we are the natural state after all, but we hold up to that title. It is hiking and camping and all sorts of stuff. There are some wonderful places to go here. Yeah, Kira, I agree. The laptop, I can't imagine trying to watch everything going in a phone. It's hard enough right now keeping up. And my wife's actually not here right now. Her and my daughter and some of their friends went to a beauty pageant over at UCA, the University of Central Arkansas. So they're out having a girls' night, and I'm here. So there was no way I could do this by myself on a phone trying to read everything on that little screen. Twin Cedar Farms just started their microgreens. Awesome. You know, that's something I have not done microgreens. Um, I like microgreens. They're delicious. I've just never took that step to grow them myself. I need to look into doing that. Clueless homesteaders. That's pretty much why most people have come to Arkansas is to just drive through. to either get to Texas or Oklahoma. Okay, Kira, that's awesome. My wife actually works at UCA, so that's her job. She does a 9 to 5 at UCA. Hey, Brownswood Homestead, how are you guys doing tonight? Well, does anybody have any topic suggestions you want to throw out? Any questions we could chat about here? Bored at work. Um, Firefighting, that's probably a good thing to be bored at work. The alternative to that is not very fun. So before you got here, I was saying that I'm going to be going live here in the next few weeks to talk about some things to do here in Arkansas for the shindig. So stay tuned in for that. Watch for announcements on that. And I've got to tell you guys, and I told Ben and Andrea this. I chatted with them privately and told them I am so excited and thankful that the shindig got moved to the White County Fairgrounds. Y'all, I was really worried about that. And I'm not part of the shindig organization team. That is all VW Family Farm and Roots and Refuge. And they are doing an amazing job. And Jess and Maya are doing a lot of stuff with Ben and Andrea. Y'all, I've been seriously praying about that because I, over 900 people have registered through Eventbrite to come. And I was just thinking, 900 people traipsing through their fields, that they ain't going to have a pasture left with all this rain and all the muck that we have. So when they announced this week that they were moving it and that they got the White County Fairgrounds, I was so excited. Like, it is seriously, that is a God answering prayers thing, because I truly feel like it's just going to be so much better. And it's going to be a lot better for them and a lot less stress for Ben and Andrea. And poor Andrea, with she's the one on the farm every day, so I can only imagine her poor stress level. Yes, Kira, the weather here, it's up and downs. You just gotta enjoy it while it lasts and keep your eye on the sky, because you never know what might drop out. Oh, hey, getting started with homesteading. I just noticed you. Sorry about that. I've been trying to keep up with it, but it's hard, especially when I get to rambling. So, Grandma's so happy. Oh, I hate that you can't come. But yes, I think the new setup is going to be awesome. And another thing, I'm just going to be honest with y'all, because we're all friends here, right? Porta potties are disgusting. Now, I'm not saying fairground bathrooms are that big of a step above a porta potty, but it's a better step above a porta potty. So that's awesome. No, I'm not going to make it to the Mississippi gathering. I would love to, um, but with everything that we have going on here, and personal family stuff we've got going on, and time off work for me and my wife to coordinate that, it just wasn't in the cards for us this year. Maybe next year. That would be fun though. I love Mississippi. Um, and I've lived there before. I mentioned that before you joined on. I have lived in Mississippi before. We lived up in the Oxford area, which is way away from where the Mississippi gathering is, but fantastic state. Great things to do there too. Oh, thank you, Twin Cedar Farms. That's nice. Garvin, if you're asking me that, no, I don't. Oh, Homesteaders of America, Twin Cedar. Oh yeah, that sounds fun. I've watched a lot of the videos where people went to the Homesteaders of America conference last year, and we actually have some really close friends who live about an hour and a half, I think, away from the Homesteaders of America conference, which is not that close, but for a free place to stay, we might be making it to the Homesteaders of America conference, not this year, but next or sometime. Crash with our friends and then just drive in to the Homesteaders of America conference. That I'm telling you, that you want to talk about a wealth of information and good speakers and stuff. That looks fun. So Garvin is asking if anybody in the live stream, if you grow moringa. Sorry, if you grow that, give him a shout out so he can chat with you about it. That'd be fantastic. That's all right. Getting started. Well, at least you'll have a fun road trip, Stivers. You and Jen just load up and have fun, and then maybe y'all just host your own in Kentucky. Maybe that's an option. Yeah, she moved mountains. I think so too. Um, I think it's going to be a fun time. It YouTube is one of these unique things, and Facebook, because I know a lot of us do both. Um, but to follow everyone's life on their videos and watch their gardens grow, watch their kids grow, just to see what's going on from day to day, and but to finally get to meet people face to face, I'm really looking forward to it. And it's blowing me out of the water that the Arkansas Shindig has ballooned into this huge thing, because we're going to be able to meet so many people. I know I'm looking forward to it. I'm not even an event organizer, and I'm looking forward to it. So I agree. Hey, Haskins Family Vlog, how are you guys? Glad y'all could join us this evening. Now, you guys are singing at the Shindig, right? I think Ben and Andrea have mentioned that several times. So I'm looking forward to that. Getting Started is in Western Kentucky. So are you a WKU fan getting started? I know several people that work at that school. I thought so, Haskins family. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. That video that Ben and Andrea shared with you guys singing was really good. Um, I do singing and stuff at our church, so I'm excited to get in there. As a matter of fact, I direct our children's choir at our church, and we're singing in the morning. So you gotta love music and Jesus. There you go. If you don't, sorry. We can talk about that. Oh, good night, browsers. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Good night, Twin Cedar. Yes, kiddos to bed. It's getting that time. I know. Amen, Haskins. Amen. You can't go wrong with either one of those things. There are some days, and I don't do a lot of that. I haven't done any of it on my channel yet. But there are some days where I just have to sit down at the piano and just talk to Jesus and just it's the only way to make it through the day sometime. Clueless homesteader. Did you put yourself to sleep? Well, make sure you tuck yourself in. I'm teasing. Heaven's Gates. Hey, how are y'all tonight? Thanks for stopping in. So we're just hanging out tonight for a little bit. No formal topic, just hanging out, see who is available on a Saturday night, letting me play with going live before I go live to explain all the fun stuff to do in Central Arkansas while people are here for the shindig. So that shindig video or live stream will come up in the next week or two. We'll put lots of advertisement out for it to just give everybody an idea of what there is to do while you're here. Hi, Bree. Thanks, guys. So yeah, I agree with you. I tend to like a laid back live stream. Like I really like Jess and Jeremiah's live stream and Ben and Andrea's because it's laid back. People can ask questions and people have side chats and there's no pressure. It's the way to go in my opinion. It's just really easy for everybody to have a good time. Y'all, my poor glasses, you've probably noticed me fidgeting with them. They're a little loose, which is hard to believe on a great big head like this, but they are. So I've got to go into the glass eye doctor place and have them tightened up. They keep sliding down on me like an old school marm. Yeah, this surprise one is turning out better than I'd expected. I'm excited about it. Everyday cure, yes. These are these are not bad. A new pair might do me some good. Oh, grandma, yes, absolutely. Music is the common denominator. I have said that for a long time. A lot of times in church, preaching ain't going to draw folks in, but the music will. Um, and once the music has them in, then the preaching can hopefully change their heart. So it's just so important to me. All right. Good night. Getting started on homesteading. Thanks for stopping in. 4 years. So one fun thing that I've got a video that's going to come out here soon, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys since you're here. Why not? But I'm super excited about. Um, I know a lot of y'all drink tea, whether it's sweet tea or unsweet tea, or you make kombucha with your tea. Yesterday at the Arkansas Flower and Garden Show, I got a Camellia sinensis, which is a tea plant. So I don't know how many of you know this, but tea, all tea, green tea, black tea, oolong tea, whatever, it's all comes from the Camellia sinensis plant. So I got one. So I'm going to be growing tea on my little garden, my little urban homestead here. So I'm super excited about that. So I've got a video that I'll be putting out here soon, just showing everybody the plant, showing you how where I'm going to plant it, how to care for it, how to prune it, and more importantly, how to make your own tea. Yes, Grandma. And I'm calling you Grandma. I hope that doesn't offend you. I mean, it's in your name. Sorry. But yes, prayer is definitely needed. Absolutely. Y'all, I love tea. I'm Southern. I am. And I'll admit I have not got on the kombucha craze yet. I may brave up enough to try it, but if I don't get my glass of sweet tea every day, something is not right with the world. Oh, good. I didn't want to offend you. That's right. I'm Southern. As you can probably tell from my South Carolina accent. My family jokes, and my wife's family, they call it my South Kakalaki accent. We had some sweet tea with dinner tonight too, Kara. Y'all, I made a homemade lasagna for dinner. Whoo! The heavens were smiling down on us tonight. It was so good. I do have a big draw, and I've tried to consciously talk myself out of talking with such a southern slang, but I don't know. I might need some speech therapy. Ooh, Haskins family, yes, we love lasagna. And the one I made tonight was just a regular Italian lasagna with hamburger meat and pork sausage and a whole bunch of stuff in it. But the one that my wife likes the most, that my family absolutely eats up, is a Mexican lasagna. If you have never made a Mexican lasagna, you aren't living. That's just all there is to it. I mean, uh, tacos put into a lasagna. It's delicious. Thanks, Haskins. You love the draw. No therapy needed. Yes, Kira, a Mexican lasagna. You can find some vague recipes online if you Google. I just made the recipe up. I love cooking, and so literally I just use lasagna noodles and taco meat and onions and salsa and cheese dip, and also just layer it all up. Anything you would put on a taco that's going to go in the oven and bake well. So you obviously don't want to, well, you don't want to put lettuce on it, but anything you would put in a taco and can bake off. Oh my, whoo! Praise the Lord! It is so good. Brie S. Yes, you do. It is. It's the bomb. Oh man. Thanks, Haskins. I try. Oh yes, garden for cheap. Give it a try. I'm telling you what. Once you make it, you guys, once y'all make a Mexican lasagna, your families are going to come back and be like, "Can we have that again? When can we make that again?" It is so good. Garvin, when you put the at symbol in front of somebody's channel name, it actually highlights so that they can see that you're talking to them. Um, so I'll try to do it for you here. So I just commented to you, Garvin, and so it should have put your name in a like an orange box, just as a visual for you that somebody's talking to you. And if you use the at sign in front of their name when you're trying to talk directly to them, it lets them see you. The Haskins family. Derry doesn't love you. Oh, that's a hard life, my friend. I'm sorry. Um, is that all dairy or just cow's dairy? Have you do y'all or maybe it's all dairy, goat dairy? I don't know. Oh, if you're on a phone, that whole at thing is hard. I've had people in live chats before say that it can be done, something about typing in all caps on the phone, but I've never been able to make it work on a phone either. But some people have figured out some magic touch. Oh, look, she moved mountains. There you go, saving the day. If you're on a phone, you use the pound sign instead of the at symbol. So that's good information to know. Mm. We luckily do not have any lactose issues in our household. Um, my kids love, my daughter especially is a cheeseaholic. That girl will put you out of house and home eating some cheese. She loves it. Oh, Haskins. Okay, I am actually in Sherwood, so I'm right. You know, it's Little Rock, North Little Rock, Sherwood. So it's easy for me to tell people. Everybody usually knows where the McCain Mall is in North Little Rock, and that's exit one on Highway 67. I'm exit three on Highway 67. So I'm right here, just in Sherwood. So, but I'm very familiar with where you're at. My wife is actually from the Jonesboro area. She actually grew up above Jonesboro, almost on the Missouri border up there. And her whole family, well, not her whole family, a lot of her family still lives there. Grandma, I love goat cheese. So good. So good. So I understand that eating that, it's so good. Yep. So we're right near Cabot, Kira. Yep. 13 Moons Homestead. Hey, welcome, guys. How are y'all? From Oregon. That's awesome. I've never been to Oregon. Everything I've seen, though, it looks so pretty. Anna Walker, Greer's Ferry, yes, beautiful lake, beautiful. And that town is so fun. I know we were talking about uh, Greer's Ferry and Heber Springs a lot on the VW Family Farm live streams, talking about the shindig and some of the fun stuff there is to do there in Heber Springs. Oh, Haskins, that's fun. Okay, Garden for Cheap. Used to live right next to Arkansas. Fun, fun. Sorry if I'm not talking much, guys. I'm obsessed with these comments. It's hard to live stream and keep on top of the comments. So, um, if you want to say something directly to me, don't forget to use your little at sign or pound sign so I can see it, because I'm liable to miss it. Sorry. Yeah, 13 Moons. I have seen pictures from along the coast. Wow, that's like a bucket list trip to get up there and up to Washington and all that. I would love to do that. And we actually have a friend that lives in Seattle, and she said for years that we should just hop on a plane and come up there. One of these days, when we're going to do it, probably when our kids are a little older. Nobody wants to drag kids around on a trip like that. Oh, thanks, Ivers. I appreciate it. Grandma is asking, "What's your favorite thing to grow?" So if you're out there listening, if you want to type in your favorite thing to grow, have at it. Grandma, I think my favorite thing to grow, vegetable wise or edible wise, are jalapenos. Whoo, I love jalapenos. We do all sorts of stuff with jalapenos here at our house. Um, Slice them and eat them fresh, pickle them, can them, stuff them, grill them. We love them. So that's my favorite edible to grow. And then my favorite botanical thing to grow, um, probably this year is, but one of my favorites is tulips. You just can't beat the punch that a big old bed of tulips gives you. Take the kids to Cannon Beach and ride the sand buggies. Oh, that sounds fun. My kids love the beach. We don't go very often for long periods of time. Now, we usually make an annual pilgrimage since my whole family still lives in uh, Greenville, South Carolina. We go there. We try to go there twice a year, and once a year we do an annual pilgrimage to Charleston. If you guys have never been to Charleston, South Carolina, or Savannah, Georgia, the cities are very, very similar. So worth it. Bucket list trip. Everybody book a room, make plans, go when the budget allows. So fun. So fun. Yeah, Grandma, I love my tulips. I've got 400 planted right now in the front yard. I get, just to tell you, nobody asked, but I'll tell you, I get my tulips from a company called Color Blends. So if you are on the market for tulips, it's too late now. But for next year, colorblends.com. Fantastic company. They stand by their product. They ship out good, healthy, thick, just big, pretty bulbs. Um, they're an amazing company, and you can get single pallets or mixed blend pallets. They also have really good daffodil collections and a few other things. So go give them a check if you're on the market for tulips in the fall. The East Coast is hit or miss, Grandma. Um, it's not pretty white sandy beaches like it's on the Gulf or like you see on places like in California or wherever. Um, it's a lot of times it's dark, murky water, black sandy beaches. It's still really pretty, but it's not what people typically think of when they think of the beach and tropical paradise and white sand and palm trees. Um, and quite honestly, the getting into the ocean there is a little bit nerve wracking because you can't see anything swimming up next to you. Yes, 400 Haskins family. I've got a flower bed on each side of my front door at the walkway, and then a flower bed on each corner of the house. And I've got 100 tulips in each bowl in each bed, so 400 total across the front. And I've also got daffodils out there and a bunch of other stuff. So here in the next few weeks, I'm hoping that it will. The tulips are already starting to poke their heads up. I've got green leaves coming up. So I'm hoping here in the next few weeks, I'm going to have a show out there in the front yard. 13 Moons Homestead is hoping to get some raised beds built. I just built raised beds this year um, in my yard, some new ones. So I'm excited about that. But with all this dadgum rain, guys, I have not had time to go get my dirt to put in them. I've done kind of a Hugo culture on the bottom of my beds. So when I pruned my crepe myrtles and I pruned a hydrangea and I pruned some other things. I've been layering all those sticks and branches down in the bottom of my raised bed box. And I had some old straw bales. I've put that in there. Some fall leaves. I've put that in there. And now I'm just waiting on the good weather to go get truckload of dirt to top it off because I really need to get stuff. My cold crops need to really start getting out there. So I'm running out of time to get dirt. This rain has really got to let up. Oh, grandma, thank you. I will be posting pictures of those once they pop. Um, Tulips are a shot in the dark. Here, they may. I've had them come up and be absolutely, like, literally, traffic was stopping in front of the house before to look at them. One year, I even had a lady, a random stranger, um, pull up into my circle driveway, get out, and pick some. My neighbor one day called me. I was at work and she worked from home, and her laundry room window kind of faces my house. And she called me one day and was like, I'm doing laundry and there's somebody picking tulips out of the yard. And I was like, what? Go get them. But by the time she got out there, the lady had picked her a handful and drove away. But and I've also had a year where they just didn't it was too warm of a winter. They didn't get cold enough for long enough, and they were just a puny show. So you take a risk with tulips here in our heat. Yes, 13 Moons Homestead. They literally did. This lady just she wanted her some tulips, I guess, and mine were gorgeous that year. So she just pulled right up, grabbed her a handful, and rolled on out. Oh, ooh, flooding is no good, She Moved Mountains. I'm sorry to hear that. So, are y'all high enough to where you won't be impacted too much, or is that something that you're concerned is going to impact you guys? Have a great night, Haskins family. Have fun at church tomorrow. Good night, Kira. Thanks for coming. And Kira, next time I am going to set you as a mod, so you'll be ready to go next time. Hi, Patty. Welcome. Oh, that's good. So She Moved Mountain says she thinks they're going to be okay from the potential floods. That's awesome. Oh, Haskins family, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we'll be praying for your 3-year old that, quick healing and peace will be there for you guys. Moons, 13 moons, that's funny. This whole time zone thing is because I know it's interesting. Because even on the small YouTube homesteaders page, when you go into the file tab to look at the live stream, live show schedule, everything's in Eastern time. So I'm always trying to be like, okay, add an hour. That's where I'm at. So yeah, where you're at, you're having to add multiple hours to figure it all out. All those are your favorite teas, Stivers. That's awesome. It's a big list. Have a good weekend, Haskins family. Thanks again for stopping by. Lots of fun herbs in that list. I love herbs. I've got herbs sprinkled all through my garden. They're just amazing. And I think a live stream I was on before was talking about this. It may have been one of Ben and Andrea's live streams. I can't remember. But lemon balm. If you guys don't have lemon balm in your gardens, get it. Lemon balm tincture is easy to make. It does require some alcohol, so I'm sorry you are gonna. For me, I'm a Baptist. I'll tell you. So you kind of have to keep your head down low, get into the liquor store real quick, get out as quickly as you can, pray that nobody sees you, but you got to go home and make your medicine. And so Jesus understands, y'all. He understands the plight of making your own medicine. Garvin Gardens, the you have to join the Small YouTube Homesteaders Facebook page, and once you join that Facebook page, Small YouTube Homesteaders, there is a button on the top tab that says Files, and in there you will find the live stream schedule, and you will also find a list of all the YouTube participants, where they live, if they have their own Facebook pages, a whole bunch of information. It's very useful, very handy. And Two Family Homestead actually has their live stream, live show schedule, their Monday night live schedule in there. So you can always keep tabs of who's going to be on the Monday night live with Two Family, which is one of most of all of us, I'm sure, are familiar with that and love it. So all of that's in there and some other stuff. It's a really good, handy tool. 13 Moons is allergic. Ugh. I we're not alcohol drinkers, but I will go buy some to make my tinctures because you just have to have it for your tinctures. So yes, Grandma, two family is awesome. The amount of support and generosity and help that they give is it's just unbelievable. Just an awesome, awesome couple. So, and is anybody here? There's a few of us left in here. Is anybody here not familiar with Two Family? Because if not, you really need to go and subscribe to their channel. They feature other YouTube channels on Monday night. Um, Tuesday night, they have a tech live show where they will just get into the nuts and bolts of YouTube and editing software and all sorts of stuff and will walk you through step by step how to make better content for your YouTube channel. On Thursday nights, they have a shout out show where they spin a wheel and just highlight channels and help you out and give you specific pointers. If you win the wheel spin, they will give you specific pointers on how to improve your page. Just awesome, awesome stuff. A tincture is old timey medicine. Before modern pharmaceuticals, um, tinctures are how you extract the nutrients and the natural antibacterial, microbial properties, whatever that is, sciencey terms. That's how you extract that out of that plant. So, like a lemon balm tincture, you take like a mason jar and you're going to fill it with your clean lemon balm leaves. You want good, fresh leaves, nothing that's old and ganky. You don't want any woody stems, just nice, fresh leaves. And you're going to fill that, pack it down, and fill it up with like a vodka. Okay, just a plain vodka. And that's going to ferment for several weeks. And you're going to shake it and stir it and keep it mixed up. And you can find step by step recipes online. But then once it comes out, you can filter it out, and you're left with all the good stuff out of that lemon balm is now into that liquid. And you can, what I do is I order blue medicine bottle droppers um, off Amazon, and you can bottle it up. And it's just you take like a medicine tweezers and like two drops on the tongue will it does all sorts of stuff. It cures stomach aches, headaches, fevers, coughs. I mean, you name it, it is amazing stuff. Yes, divers. I actually have several already chosen, and none of them are here tonight because this was such an impromptu thing. And then Kira was here, and she has agreed to be one for me, and I just forgot to set her beforehand. So, oh, thanks, Patty. You're right. It doesn't cure, it helps. It does not cure, it helps. So, I mean, that's the thing with all the, medicines, homemade medicines. You just have to use common sense, a good common sense, practical approach. Do what is good for you, what makes you happy. some tincture videos. There are some out there. Next time I make a batch, I'll do one. It'll be a while for me, but there are some out there. To be quite honest with you, that's how I learned to make them. I watched them on YouTube. Well, guys, I certainly appreciate everybody jumping on here tonight and hanging out with me for a little bit. I can't believe we've been on here for over an hour now. And it is 10 o'clock here. And I know some of y'all it's later, some of y'all it's still early. Um, but I'm thinking it may be time to sign off and say goodnight because my son is still here, and I need to go get him tucked into bed because we do have church in the morning, and I'm just going to brag a little bit because I can because I'm live. He's actually getting baptized in the morning at church, so proud daddy moment right here. We're super excited about that. So I've got to make sure that he gets tucked in and gets a good night's sleep tonight so that he can take the plunge tomorrow morning. Um, but guys, seriously, thank y'all so much for coming on and hanging out with me tonight. Um, and I will be going live again, like I said, in a week or two to discuss the shindig and everything that there is to do in Central Arkansas while you guys are here, if you're coming, and give you some ideas of how to make the trip better for you to be just a full, well-rounded trip. There's so much to do here. So that live will be coming in the next week or two. And since this was so much fun, I may do some more random lives as time allows. I may schedule something. I don't know. But gosh, I've had fun tonight. I hope y'all have had fun tonight. Thanks everybody for saying congratulations. Yes, proud daddy moment right here. It's been we're excited. So, oh, Grandma, that's awesome. Grandma's brother got baptized 2 weeks ago. Congratulations, Grandma. He's in the kingdom with us. We're in there. We're ready to go. Oh, Stivers, thanks so much. Yeah, I haven't said that yet. If you want to, if you're so inclined, if you're not a subscriber to the channel, hey, I would love that. And if you want to ring that bell, that'll let you know when I go live again. Yes, Patty, nice to meet you as well. And I hope some of y'all are coming to the shindig. I know a few of y'all said you couldn't, and I'm bummed about that. But we'll be there. Horticulture Geek will be there representing. So we'll hopefully have fun. It'll be a great time, a good time of fellowship and just hanging out. And Garvin, thanks you for joining in. It's always nice to have some fellow South Cackalikians around. Oh me. Yes, Stivers. We'll hopefully meet you there as well. All right, guys. I'm gonna keep rambling on if I don't stop. So good night. Thank you so much for coming. Be on the lookout for the shindig, fun stuff to do in Central Arkansas live. And until then, well, blessings to you. Sorry, I almost stole Jess and Jeremiah's tagline. Don't tell them. That's theirs. I'm not gonna steal it. Just bless you guys so much for joining in and supporting me and joining in tonight. I hope you had fun. I had a blast. Until next time, we'll see you later.